This is part 2 of my zx45pd install. This is the two bracket parts, and I went ahead and assembled those. The two screws right there and washers hold them together. And there are two screws in the back that have points on them. I went ahead and screwed those in, and I'll screw them in with my fingers, just finger tight, so that this bracket will sit in that little groove. Those pointed screws screw all the way in and put friction up against that plate, and that's what holds this speed controller in place. And everything's just temporary. It's a temporary fitting. I'm going to take it back out once I have it sitting there and everything looks okay, and then I'm going to mount the speed controller to it and then set the whole thing as a unit back on. I'm going to use two small bolts and washers that came with it to fasten this controller to the brackets that I put together a few minutes ago. And again, I'm going to tighten them down just kind of semi-tight, not real tight, because everything has to be adjusted later on. And actually, my opinion, I think this thing should be about as far forward as it will go, so that the gear and the coupling on the cable screw will be as close inside as possible, and there won't be as much possibility of bow. You know, once it's on, you'll probably see what I'm talking about later on. But for now, I just mount this thing kind of loosely where it will set in place. You'll see the gear is sitting out on the shaft and the coupling probably about a ½ inch gap. In the beginning, I didn't know how these adjustments really were going to work, and I went ahead and pulled this gear and coupling out a little bit, but once I started looking at it and realized that the speed controller needs to be pushed in as far forward, and then you can push this gear and coupler back in. They need to be in as close as possible so that they won't have any play. And you can use this bolt right there to bring it down and set the gear on the other feed gear. Well, everything's been hooked up. This is the test out to see how it goes, and it runs very well. I really like this thing. I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot. Now I just got to start learning how to use a milling machine, since I've never really had one before. I've used it a few times in my life, but I've never been in a great proficiency with it. Hopefully that's going to change. This is the travel adjusters. They go in a little groove on the table, and the switch That's the switch. It mounts in the center underneath the table, and the travel adjuster can be adjusted in and out, and when they make contact with the switch, they stop the momentum of the table, and then you can shift directions and it will continue to move. Well, this is the machine. Backed off at a distance, and of course the guy with a camera doesn't know too much about what he's doing, and I guess the guy making the movie doesn't know a whole lot about making movies either. That's no secret. But I just wanted to show that anybody out there that may be thinking about buying one of these, exactly what you could expect. I haven't used it much. I've cut just a very little. I like the machine, and I hope you will too. And I thank you for watching my video. You have a great day.